Hello, my name is Anat, and I'm a current senior at GSIS, and I'll be majoring in business this fall at New York University. Currently, I'm a full IB diploma candidate, and the courses I take are Math AA HL, Computer Science HL, Economics HL, and Business Management HL, Spanish AB Initio SL, and English Language and Literature ASL. And when I was choosing these courses, the most important factor that I considered were obviously my major, because I wanted to major in business. So that meant that I wouldn't be taking courses such as bio and chemistry because they were pretty relevant to my major. Another thing that I considered was the rigor, so how hard these courses are, because you want to be able to make sure that you're taking courses that are challenging yourself, but are also manageable in terms of how much time you have during the day and how much time you're actually going to devote towards studying for these courses. And another thing is what your target schools require. So, for example, I emailed NYU my sophomore year asking them what courses I would need, and they told me that they don't have any required courses, but they recommend certain courses to take, and so I followed that structure. And I believe that's one of the main reasons I got admitted because my course selection matched with their requirements or their suggestions. And the last factor that I considered was what I was interested in, and I think it's important to always choose what you're interested in. So your major should not be what your parents want your major to be, but it should be what you want to be. But it should be what you want to do, and so always make sure you're choosing your courses based off of what you want and that for your future. Now, when I was gathering information for these courses that I ended up selecting, the two resources that I went to the most were my teachers and upperclassmen. So, upperclassmen are people that are currently juniors and seniors, and so, like myself, you want to ask people about their honest opinions about classes, and you'll get an understanding of how difficult classes are, how much time you have to devote, and what teachers are like, which may or may not be a factor in choosing your courses. And your teachers will help you in figuring out what your interest might be or what classes you might succeed in based off of how much you might need to write or the skills that are required to do well in that class. And lastly, a subject that was difficult for me to decide on was math because I didn't know whether to take HL or SL. And I ended up taking HL mostly because of my parents pressuring me to do so. But I suggest that if you're conflicted between the two, you take HL, and if it doesn't work out in your favor or if it's taking too much time to study for, then you drop your course to SL because at least that way you've exercised your option and you know what it's going to be like in HL and you won't have any regrets moving forward. So, yes, these are my suggestions, recommendations, advice for all of you. And don't hesitate to ask any questions. But yes, Miss Jenny Kim will be able to answer most of them. So, good luck and thank you for listening.